Good morning, everyone. In today's class, to discuss about the system analysis and architecture design, quality assurance techniques, verifying the specification, and design. System analysis and architecture design. So far, we have discussed various design method and requirement specifications for the designs. Next step is how to turn a specification into architecture design. So we have number of techniques for making specific decision. The CRC card methodology for a system analysis is very useful method for understanding the overall structure of the complex system. The CRC card. Here C stands for class, which defines the logical grouping of data and functionality, and R stands for the responsibility, which describe the what classes do, and C stand for the collaborators, that is other classes with which a given class will work. So here this diagram shows the layout of the CRC card. In above figure, card has space to write down the class name, its responsibilities, and collaborators and other informations. Advantage of the CRC card. The main advantage of the CRC card methodology is to have people write on this card, talk about with the team and update the cards until they have a satisfied with the result. It is easy to get non-computer people to create CRC cards. It aids even computer specialists by encouraging them to work in a group and analyze the scenarios. The class, it represents a real world object, or it may be described an object that has been created to help architect the system. A class has both internal state and functional interface. The functional interface describes the class capabilities. The responsibility set is an informal way of describing the functional interface. Next is the CRC card analysis process. The first step is to develop the initial list of class. So first we have to write down the class name and functions of it. So it is clear that no classes are missed and duplicate classes are not created. The second step is write an initial list of responsibilities and collaborator. The responsibilities list gives a little more detail what the class does. The third step is to create some usage scenario. These scenarios describe what the system does. Scenarios begin with some type of outside stimulus, which is one more important reason for identifying the relevant real-world object. The fourth step is walkthrough scenario. This is the heart of the methodology. During the walkthrough, each person can or team represent one more classes. The scenario should be simulated by acting people can call out what their classes is doing, ask other classes to perform operation and so on. During the walkthrough, all of the information created so far is targeted for the updating refinement. In this process, a class may be created and destroyed or modified. Fifth step is refine the classes, responsibilities and collaborator. This task has to be done during the course of the walkthrough. It will be produce changes in the CRC card. The sixth step is add the class relationship. Once the CRC card have been refined, subclasses and superclasses relationship should become clearer and can be added to the cards. Example for CRC card analysis process. So here the elevator system is the example. We analyze the CRC card for the elevator system. For that we need the following basic set of classes. So first class is real world classes. In this elevator car, passenger, flow control, car control, and car sensor. These are the real world classes. Next is the architectural classes. Car state, floor control reader, car control center, and scheduler are the architectural classes. For each class, we need the following initial set of responsibilities and collaborators. So the responsibility and collaborators are for the respective classes mentioned in this table. Quality assurance technique. The quality assurance is the way of preventing mistakes and defects in manufactured products and avoiding problems when delivering products or services to the customer. The quality assurance process is vital for the delivery of the satisfactory system. In this lecture, we will concentrate on the portions of the methodology, particularly aimed at improving the quality of the resulting system. So here the example of quality failed product. So this is the Tata Nano cars. It is this one is priced rupees 1 lakh. So this car is failure model because of the quality issues. Here it has some safety flaws. That's why this car is failure model. Example is Samsung Galaxy Note. So here it is cost around 59,000. So here the quality issue is the Samsung Galaxy Note 7 battery fault. So it is not designed in proper manner. Of the embedded system. So here they have shown some example: washing machine, luxury car, aircraft, and MRI scan. So for this embedded system, we need to program this embedded system, we need approximately these lines of code. For washing machine, we need 100 Ks of lines of code to complete the design. So similarly, we need for the luxury car 10 million lines of code, and for aircraft 6.5 million number of codes we need. For MRI scan, we need 7 million number of codes. So approximately we got 2000 to 5000 for the washing machine. That is the number of lines of code with error. So error code is 2000 to 5000 is possible out of 100K. So our ultimate aim is we have to reduce the number of lines with the error. So for that, next is quality assurance technique. The one alone method of measuring the quality of organization software development process is the CMM, that is Capability Maturity Model, developed by the Mellon University's Software Engineering Institute. The CMM provides a model for judging an organization. It defines the following 5 levels of maturity of the organization. So the first maturity level is initial. So every success of project depends on the efforts of the individual, not organization itself. So the individual should make some efforts to reach the success always. So the next maturity level is repeatable. This level provides basic tracking mechanism that allows management to understand cost, scheduling, and how well the systems under development meet their goals. Third maturity level is defined. The management and engineering process are documented and standardized. All projects make use of the documented and approved standard method, which means that so all the engineering process should be a documented one, and it should be compared with the standardized one. So then next level is managed. This phase makes detailed measurements of the development process and product quality. The fifth maturity level is optimizing. At the highest level, feedback from the detailed measurement is used to continually improve the organization process. So the CMM provides a benchmark by which organization can judge themselves and use that information for the improvement. That is very important. So here in this quality assurance technique, for the company, for judging the organization, we are using CMM method as a benchmark method. verifying the specification. The requirement and specification are generated very early in the design process. Verifying the requirements and specification is very important for the simple reason that bugs in the requirements or specification can be extremely expensive to fix it on later. The longer a bug survives in the system, the more expensive it will be to fix. This figure shows how the cost of fixing bugs grows over the course of the design process. A bug introduced in the requirement or specification and left until the maintenance could force the entire system redesign of the product, not just the replacement of the ROM. Bugs in earlier stage, verifying the system specification is very much important. The goal of validating the requirements and specification is to ensure the correctness and completeness, consistency and so on. A prototype can help the end user critique numerous functional and non-functional requirements such as data display, speeds of the operation, size, weight and so forth. Certain programming languages, sometimes called prototype languages or specification languages, are especially well suited to prototyping. Cyber physical system that uses real-time computers for physical control. Simulation is important technique for validating requirements. The technique used to validate requirements are also useful in verifying the specifications are correct. Building prototypes, specification language, and comparison to pre-existing system are useful to system analysis and designer as they are to end users. Design reviews. The design review is simple, low-cost way to catch bug earlier in the design process. A design review is simple meeting in which team members discuss a design, reviewing how the component of system works, and so on. A design review is held to preview a particular component of the system. A design review team has following members. The first member is the designer, who should present their design to the rest of the team for review and analysis. The second member is the review leader. He has to coordinate the pre-meeting activities and design review itself and the post-meeting follow-ups. Then the review team. This team should coordinate the records, the minute of the meeting so that the designer and others know which problem need to be fixed. And the review audience. This audience studies the component. Audience member will naturally include other members of the project for which this component is being designed. Audience members from other projects often add valuable perspective and may notice problems that team members have missed. XSD, the design team should prepare a set of documents that will be used to describe the component. So those components should include is the team view of the component specification consistent with overall system specification, or has the team misinterpreted the something? Is the interface specification is correct? Does the component's internal architecture work well? Are there coding errors in the component? Is the testing strategy is adequate? To ensure that we design an acceptable system, we must understand the application and its requirements. Numerous techniques such as object-oriented design can be used to create useful architectures from the system's original requirements. Thank you.